Forget that canned stuff. This is real. This is live. This is fresh. This is WCW Nitro. This isn't history. This is history in the making. I'm Eric Bischoff along with Steve Mongo McMichael and Bobby the Brain Heenan. And we are good to go, if you know what I mean.
Well, let me tell you one thing, Bischoff. We are classified as a force of nature now, baby. There's tornado watches outside. There's a nitro watch inside. We're hot and we're ready to go. Weasel.
And what I'm interested in is if Hulk Hogan will choke like the shark Greg Norman did at the Masters. Can he do this by himself?
Oh, wait a minute. Hulk Hogan hits the ring. Arn Anderson and the Taskmaster immediately glob him. This, a handicap match. This, originally scheduled to be a return match with Hulk Hogan and the Booty Man to take on Anderson and Taskmaster. But the Booty Man hurt 2 weeks ago on WCW Saturday Night. Hogan so incensed, he said, I'll take you both on. But Heenan, there's some stipulations that you've been laughing about all day.
Well, they're very simple. If Hogan wins this match, he gets a manager in the ring. He can have Miss Elizabeth, he can have Lillian.
Look at that, some figure four right off the bat.
But he don't have it locked on good.
He's turning the horse.
Oh! And don't forget, if the Taskmaster and Arn Anderson win this one, they get 5 minutes with guess who? Kimberly, the Booty Babe.
Now, wait a minute, let's get it straight. Hogan wins, he gets 5 minutes alone with the manager or managers of his choice. Anderson, Taskmaster win. They get to pick up where Liz and Woman left off with the Booty Babe.
That's right, and Diamond Dallas Page, they say, is on the streets. He's broke, he's poor. She's gonna be on the streets, broke and poor. She may be in a body cast.
This one is gonna be interesting.
Well, look at what's happening out here. I was afraid of this. Hulk Hogan painted himself in a corner with this match. These two hurt the Booty Man, so he said, I'll take you on by myself. But if you remember, Bischoff, Hogan lost to Arn Anderson on a Monday Nitro, and now he's taking on Arn Anderson and the Taskmaster. I don't know what's going to happen in this one.
Well, I'll tell you what, Hulk Hogan is inspired. This is a Hulk Hogan that we have seen in the past. This is a Hulk Hogan who has dominated all of the action inside of the ring, outside of the ring, and anywhere else he goes. And that's the one thing about Hogan. You get him teed off, and he gets madder and madder. I mean, he hulks up, it can be over for anybody.
Well, that's because of the humanoid Hulkamaniacs out there. They get his blood pumping. They give him the adrenaline to keep moving like this. If they'd shut up, we'd get rid of this joker.
Hulk Hogan in control. This is the Hulk Hogan I like to see. This is the Hulk Hogan that would know. Hogan. Hogan now digging maybe a little too deep. Reaching for a chair. He's cleaning house.
Well, I'd like to tell you one thing. If he cleans these two clocks, I don't see why that man shouldn't be wearing that championship belt around his waist before long.
Never mind what you're worried about. They got tornado warnings outside, and there's a hurricane going on right here in the building right now. I don't know who's the legal man in this ring. I don't know if there is a legal man in this ring.
I want to know one thing. What is Liz thinking about? What is Woman thinking about? If they have to face Hulk Hogan when this thing's over. But on the flip side, what about the Booty Babe?
Oh, she's worried. She has plenty worried because he's out there all by himself at the hands of Arn Anderson, Jimmy Hart, the Taskmaster. He's not going to make it.
Look at him. Jimmy Hart out there with the megaphone, kicking away, taking cheap shots wherever he can. Arn Anderson, choking.
What you gentlemen forget is Hogan got himself in this predicament. He's the one that said, I'll take 2 men out. He's unbeatable. He can do whatever he wants.
Well, he's taking 3 on right now. You saw the mouth of the South in there, and that's my odds-on favorite who Hogan wants. If you remember, my friend, he's the one that turned on Hogan in the first place.
A lot of action coming up here on WCW Monday Nitro, including Public Enemy and the Nasty Boys. I have heard back in the locker room area, both teams screaming at each other. This one is going to be exciting, to say the least. Two of the most unpredictable teams. I hope they've got the furniture tied down.
And Savage is loose. He's in the building.
So is Ric Flair. Ric Flair, after everything he's done on television, said about the Macho Man Randy. Oh, look at this.
Well, they got the tables turned on him there. They were trying to put the booty man power driver on Hogan, and he turned the tables on him, baby.
The Macho Man Randy Savage will be taking on Earl Robert of Eaton, but you got to wonder about the Nature Boy Ric Flair. Oh, man!
Oh, no!
Cover, 1, 2, 3.
He
got him! He got him! Who's he gonna get? Who's he gonna get? He's going after a woman. He's going after a woman.
I think he's going to take his choice right now.
No, he wants Elizabeth. That's who he wants. He's got his eyes on Elizabeth because she's got all Macho Man's cash.
Oh, her mouth.
Don't fight it, darling. Just get in the ring.
Her mouth has been writing checks that she's going to have to cash right here, right now, live on Nitro with the world watching. Oh, look at this. Look. Woman says, take her, not me.
Well, they're women. You expect that of them. I expect that of them. She don't want to get her makeup messed up or her hair pulled out or something.
You see, that's what that camp is all about. They'll turn on each other like mad dogs.
Well, there's a plan, maybe. Maybe they got a plan.
Look at
both of you.
Oh, he's going to take both of them.
Jimmy Hart's in the ring. He just took his coat
Now,
off.
forget about them, Hogan. Turn around and look at your main nemesis. I want somebody to take care of that weasel.
And look at the...
There you go.
He's got glasses.
Hogan said, forget about these two. I want you, Jimmy Hart.
The man that stabbed him in the back, he thinks. The man that totally tried to destroy Hulkamania along with the Taskmaster. Jimmy, run for your life.
Oh! Hart saw it. Hart knew that... Who knows what Hart was... Oh, look at this.
Oh, this may be uncensored.
Jimmy Hart.
He's bareback.
Jimmy Hart is going for a ride.
He's not going to wait for the manager of his choice. He's going to take it now.
Jimmy, run!
Jimmy Hart getting exactly what he deserves.
Oh,
yes!
Jimmy Hart's already 120 pounds. That's with a tie and a jacket and soaking wet.
And
he shouldn't be in
his
that ring.
pockets. Hogan shoots. He scores.
Oh, fee, fi, fo, fum. Here he comes.
You talk about a pay-per-view. I'd clean out the bank account to see this, and you're getting it free.
Oh, look at Jimmy. He gets launched. Hogan, turn around.
But Jimmy's the manager of the Giant. Hogan, you're not going to like what's going to happen to you here, pal.
Oh, no. He's got him around the neck. We know what that means.
Squeeze.
Jump out of that choke slam. Drop out of it.
Right on his spine.
I don't think I've seen it.
Behind you.
That's what I was just fixing to say.
Behind you. Giant.
Oh, yeah. This is Hulk Hogan. Irish whip into the ropes and a boot. He missed the chin. He missed the chin. He put that boot right at the top of the chest.
But you see, I've been waiting for this. Hogan, forget about all the mind games. Forget about the Dungeon of Doom and the Four Horsemen and take care of business, baby. That's what he's good at. Oh, he body slammed the Giant.
Over 450 some odd pounds after having a match with the Taskmaster Arn Anderson. He slams the Giant.
And look at this. Gene Okerlund going after...
No, Hogan, watch out, baby.
Slam him.
Watch
Slam
out,
him.
baby.
Throw him in the balcony.
Hogan said, hey, sorry, brother.
Opportunity of a lifetime.
Oh, you want him to slam Gene?
No, just throw him up in the balcony.
Hulk Hogan got his justice here live on Nitro. Let's go now to Mean Gene Okerlund. Take it, Gene.
Unbelievable.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, listen to this crowd here tonight. Hulk Hogan, you just about did in, and you know I've been a Hulkamaniac from day one.
Well, you know something, brother? I thought you were that no good, squeaky little mouse Jimmy Hart. I'm sorry to grab you by your shorts, brother. But the thing is, Hulkamania and all these Hulkamaniacs, brother, are back at a roll. And what you gonna do, brother, when Hulk Hogan climbs the ladder to the top of the WCW heavyweight title? What are you gonna do?
Listen to this crowd.
Yeah!
I just about soiled myself.
It must just rile your shorts to see Hulkamania back in full force.
Oh, why don't you go eat your dog food?
Listen to this crowd. Hulkamania is running wilder than ever.
Look at Baby sitting there wagging his tail, Eric. This is a beautiful thing.
What, Hogan in the ring or a dog wagging his tail? He must be very bored. Look at this, look at that. That's disgusting. The Hulkamaniacs cheering on this man who used chairs, used everything he could get his hands on, then put his hands on a woman, grabbed the hair of Elizabeth, ripped the shirt off Jimmy Hart, and these people will cheer this man on? I don't understand it.
Hey, did you see how quick Liz and Woman get the heck out of there?
That'd have been my first move.
All right, speaking of getting the heck out of here, we got to do it for a very short break. Don't leave us now. Lots of action, and I mean action, live here on Nitro, coming up after this.
Oh, I love that guy.
All right, hello everybody, and welcome back. WCW Monday Nitro live right here on TNT. Another capacity crowd on hand to bring you some of the hottest and the only live wrestling action this Monday night. And man, I tell you what a night we have. We kicked it off, the handicap match. Hogan had his shot. He could have had Woman. He could have had Liz. He wanted Jimmy Hart. He almost got Gene Okerlund. What do you think about that?
You know that, baby. When Hulk Hogan went off the wall and started wearing black way back then, that was Jimmy Hart. And don't think that's not in the back of his mind still today. Look at him back there. They love you, don't they?
Yeah, they love me. I'll tell you something I'm very concerned with. I saw Randy Macho Man Savage be brought into the building by security, ushered into his dressing room, and they're in front of the door. That man has some serious mental problems. They just didn't take his money or his charge cards. Flair has gone right in and pulled his heart right out of his wallet.
Well, you've seen the interviews, Liz flashing around the Macho Man's credit card. Well, let me tell you something. The Nature Boy Ric Flair, the World Heavyweight Champion, is here tonight. You'll see him teamed up with the Giant to take on Sting and Lex Luger. That's in the main event. That is big enough news in and of itself. But I want to know what in the world is going to happen if the Macho Man and the Nature Boy get within 100 feet of each other. The roof could come off this building, tornado or no tornado.
Kaboom!
Look at the little guy. That's why he wore his orange camouflage tonight, baby, because them two guys are smoking guns, and he wanted to make sure he didn't get hit by a stray bullet.
Hey, let me ask you one question real quick before we get back up to the ring. Sting, Luger, what's the deal?
You know what I got to say about Luger. I think he's a snake in the grass, and Stinger, you look out, baby.
We'll take another look at that team together tonight in the main event. But right now, let's get down to the ring. Public Enemy. Well, they are definitely the Nasty Boys' enemy. Not too long ago, we were speculating. Was it the Road Warriors? Was it the Steiners?
Oh, here they come! They're gonna hit him with yesterday's trash, baby!
Oh!
There we go! Pick that chicken bone up and stick it in his eye!
I'll guarantee you're not going to find a picture of Public Enemy hanging in any post office, but you're going to find it in the home of Knobs and Sags, because they're out to get Public Enemy for the number they did on them when they mugged him a little while back.
Well, you just said it there, a mugging, because we're calling this a street fight, baby. Anything goes, just like you're on the street with your buddies, pounding on that next door neighbor.
But you got to give Public Enemy credit. The way they outsmarted the Nasty, which isn't hard to do, but when Johnny Grunge came in disguise looking like Knobs, tremendous, tremendous move.
I'll tell you what, this match is not for the faint of heart. This will not be pretty. It's already ugly. And it's likely to get much uglier. We've got devastating action inside of the ring, outside of the ring. So far, garbage cans and chairs. Who knows, given the nature of these two teams, what is going to happen in this matchup? And you talk about wondering what is going to happen. What about Slamboree coming up out of Baton Rouge? Oh, man.
Now cut two eyeballs out of that thing. They'll look like Gumby.
Boy, that gives a whole new meaning of going to the can.
Slamboree coming up in Baton Rouge, and we understand tickets went on sale today, and they are going like crazy.
What would happen if Knobs was one of the partners with Public Enemy?
Bada kabong! If you live in the Baton Rouge area and you want to get over to the Riverside Centerplex, get your tickets. Get them quick, because they are going fast. Slamboree, Lord of the Rings. Lord of the Ring, I should say. It is going to be an interesting matchup. We've already had some teams matched up, and believe it or not, Public Enemy have beat the odds. They should have been in Vegas with me last week. They have beat the odds, and they are going to be together as a team. That a big advantage.
Big advantage. They probably have the best advantage of any team out there now, because they were picked early and they know exactly what to do.
32 names drawn, teams created, guys that like each other, guys that hate each other, and everything in between, until 8 men find themselves in a ring in a battle royal to see who becomes the Lord of the Ring and get a shot at the World Heavyweight title in June. That coming up exclusively on pay-per-view at Slamboree. And I tell you what, this is a recycling company's nightmare.
Well, those fans better look out. One of them might reach over, grab one, and knock the other team over the head with a fan.
Oh, they're not done yet. They're going to have the rails tipped over. They're going to have chairs overturned.
Oh, no. We've got tables.
Here comes the wood. Oh, yeah.
I tell you what, so much action going on here. It is hard to keep track of.
And this brings a whole new meaning to belly up to the buffet table, brother.
Oh, did you see that? Right over on top of the table. And now, Johnny Grunge moving furniture himself.
Oh, a half a table.
These guys are insane.
They're just brutalizing each other.
Anything goes.
Well, you know, this is like the Interstate 95 fight. Nasty Boys think they're the king of New York City and Central Park. Public Enemy here from Philadelphia, they think they're the toughest guys around. I think they are.
This is mayhem live here on Nitro. And you've got to wonder which of these 4 men are going to break first.
Well, I hesitate to say Public Enemy wants to show the Nasty Boys who are the nastiest team in the WCW.
Well, that's what it's all about. They don't care about winning or money or...
Look at Flyball! Oh, lands on a garbage can. I love that. Nice attempt, and you talk about a high-risk maneuver.
Oh, man. These 4 are going to be sore in the morning. Probably for the next 6 months.
Yeah, I was going to say, they're going to be sore in November. This is incredible. Oh, man, when you sign a match where the rules are, there aren't no rules, and you know you're in there, if you're the Nasty Boys, you know you're in there with a couple of maniacs.
Cameraman just got knocked down. Ooh.
I'm just sitting here in awe of the metal plates, chairs that they're getting hit with, and they're still standing there.
I'm going to tell you something right now. If the director can hear me in the truck, I know that he can. I tell your handheld cameraman to pull wide, stay the heck out of the way, shoot this thing on a wide shot if you need to. We don't want anybody hurt at ringside.
And believe me, Public Enemy and the Nasties don't care about a cameraman out there or a ring official or anybody. They're out there to maim each other right now.
Well, yeah, they better stay away from one of those cameras. They'll grab one and show them what it's like to get up close and personal.
Whoa, smokes. Out of control. Oh,
and they're still not through.
Everybody in this arena is, let's see if we get a crowd shot here. Everybody in this arena on their feet. This, I'll tell you what, this is something that you just don't see, thank goodness, every day.
They're sitting here, they're all standing up, awestruck. Look at them.
There is not one person seated.
This is almost like a golf crowd. They're just shocked.
Well, a little different than the Masters. They're not going to hold up a sign say, be quiet while a guy putts. These guys are parting their hair with garbage cans.
And Knobs owes him that for jumping in the ring and costing him a victory, including getting counted out. If you remember that, Nitro.
Yeah, but Public Enemy has suffered enough. Don't forget, he had to walk around for a whole day looking like Knobs. Nobody would want that penalty.
You can see the fatigue. These guys just pummeling, pounding each other.
They're just on fumes right now. Their needle's on empty. They've been hit with every kind of garbage can, table, chairs that we have in this building. And they're not done yet.
Look at all that garbage in the ring. And I'm speaking of the trash, not Public Enemy.
Oh.
Right into the table, Johnny Grunge. Paying the price, he snuck into the ring.
Oh, now what has he got, a chainsaw?
A few weeks ago, snuck into the ring, cost the Nasty Boys a triangle tag team match.
I think Knobbs has a handy wipe, and he's going to wipe the floor with him.
He's going to need more than a handy wipe with Public Enemy, I'll guarantee you that.
What's Rocco setting up down there? They're not bringing in the buffet eats, are they?
He's not getting ready for a Sunday picnic either. Somebody's head's going to go through that table.
Oh, did you hear that?
Ding dong, Avon calling.
And now, Brian Knobbs inside of the ring, clearing out the trash in more ways than one. Jerry Sags outside of the ring, doing battle and all. Man, this is just unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Well, it's safe to say that these four will never get a job with the welcome wagon.
Cover. And
He's
now,
got his foot on the rope.
Referee's still trying to maintain some law and order in there. Isn't that something?
I'll tell you what's something. It's something that he still has a foot to put over the rope. It's a wonder these guys aren't in pieces right now.
Look at these guys. They're on pure adrenaline, baby.
Yeah, the punches and kicks aren't that crisp anymore. They've had a lot taken out of them. You can just tell. These are beaten men. But they hate each other so much, they're not going to stop. This could go all night. And I got plans.
Well, we will stay with you. As Steve McMichael noted early on in the broadcast, we do have a tornado warning in the area. But you fans of Nitro know one thing. We are committed, and we will stay with you through power outages, tornado warnings, you name it. This is Nitro. We're sticking with it.
And they could go outside in the middle of the hailstorm, the tornado, and pin this guy, and he gets counted out. It doesn't matter where you get counted out in the street fight, baby.
Well, it's not a count out, it's a pin. Falls count any place. In the building, in the alley, down the street, on the interstate, 4 states away, it doesn't matter. They'll take the fight any place.
Or in our case, perhaps in the eye of a tornado. And look at this, they've got the table set up. I want to know who's going to clean that ring out of here. And it could get a lot tougher to clean here. If what happens...
Knobbs is missing something. He's supposed to have an apple in his mouth.
There they go.
Cover! 1, 2,
He got him!
He got him!
He put him in the beat.
Boys! On the table, this one of the wildest. And I hope they've got one heck of a cleaning crew.
What? They ain't through yet. He just drove Knobbs out into the barrier, baby. Now they're going to work on Sags.
This one is over. The Nasty Boys take home a win. But like I said, they're going to be feeling this till November. No, wait a minute.
Look at this.
Johnny Grunge.
What is he going to do now?
I don't think Sags is in any shape to do anything about this.
Look at this.
Rocco saying, get out of the way.
They're going to tag team this one. They're going to tag team.
So much for Sags.
An enemy sandwich.
Now that's just taking it over the line. He sacrificed himself to drive home a point, and Sags looks hurt.
I'll tell you, I'd rather have the Melendez brothers over for dinner than Public Enemy. Who knows what they'll do? They'll destroy the house.
Man, Jerry Sags is going to be coughing up his ribcage, I'm afraid, and we are ready for the Twix Sweet Revenge, brought to you by Twix. Take a look at this.
I don't know what to say. I don't know how to call anything like this. Knobbs is getting a win over a man that just went through a table.
Pinned him in the broken V of the table, baby. I've never seen that before. Wow. And look at the trash go flying. And that's including Public Enemy as far as I'm concerned.
You know, I'd call the Nasty stupid, but I don't want to insult stupid people.
All right, we've got a lot more action coming your way. The Nature Boy, Ric Flair, the Giant to take on Sting and Luger. And the Macho Man, Randy Savage, in the house. And he is wired. We'll be back right after this.
Is he ever?
Welcome back. We are live.
Weighing 17 stones, 1 pound, Earl
everybody who helped clear that ring area out. We must have had 15 to 20 people in there working at a fever pace, but they got it done. I don't know how to describe that match. That's not even a match.
No, and it wasn't even a straight fight. It was just, who knows?
It was an interstate car crash.
And now you've got Eaton.
You know, I'm like these people here. They've all stood on their feet to show proper respect for this man from England.
I'll tell you what, they didn't need any chairs in this building tonight. And I'm not talking about the ones that were inside of the ring. I'm talking about the ones outside of the ring. This capacity crowd on their feet, literally from the beginning of this broadcast. Tremendous crowd once again on hand for, without question, the hottest show each and every Monday night. More people watching WCW in the United States now than any other wrestling program. And for that, once again, we want to thank you.
Eric, look at the eyes on Savage. Watch the eyes.
From Sarasota, Florida, weighing 237 pounds, Macho Man, Randy Savage!
The Macho Man, Randy Savage, in his mind right now, a picture, I'm sure, burned indelibly, the Nature Boy, Ric Flair. He wants the Nature Boy. He wants justice. He wants revenge. He's been listening to the interviews, the Nature Boy Ric Flair with his credit card and buying champagne, and Liz coming out saying that she's the only reason he means anything today, and she wants half of anything he ever makes in the future. They are trying to drive this man nuts, and quite frankly, they're not far. They're not far.
It's a short walk.
I think they already have, my friend. I think Macho's over the edge, and he's free-falling on anybody, including the Earl of Eaton, that wants to get in his way.
Well, I'll tell you, it's very simple. You know, you mess with a man's career, he'll do anything. You mess with a man's pocket, his wallet, he'll do anything. You tear at a man's heart, he'll do anything. And Flair has done all those things to Randy Macho Man Savage.
All right, we'll have this match when we come back. Don't ring the bell yet. Save it. We'll come back with it.
Come on.
Well, I don't know anything about wiring money, but when you talk about wiring the Macho Man Randy Savage, the Nature Boy Ric Flair has done a great job. This guy would not wait for the bell. He is unloading all over Eaton, and Eaton is in a serious amount of trouble here. And interesting that the Macho Man Randy Savage wearing green, while Liz throwing his green to the fans, taunting him every time she walks out. She's throwing his money away.
But she earned it. She deserves it.
I'll tell you what, you want to hear something ridiculous? The Macho Man Randy Savage taking Eaton out onto the concrete floor. I'll tell you something ridiculous. The Macho Man Randy Savage has got a huge opportunity. In fact, he's going to be starring in Dial M for Monkey from Hanna-Barbera, a new cartoon that's going to be premiering on the Cartoon Network Sunday, April 21st at 7 p.m. And I'll tell you what, Elizabeth already trying to figure out how she can cash in on that. The Macho Man Randy Savage with the cover. She's already trying to cash in on something that the Macho Man Randy Savage is doing. He's got an opportunity with the Cartoon Network in animation, and she thinks that money is hers. This woman is nuts. Watch for the Macho Man Randy Savage in Dial M for Monkey.
Well, they're changing the name of it. It's going to be called Dial M for Money.
Look at this. Look at this.
There you go.
Even Fred heard about Dial M for Monkey and the Macho Man Randy Savage. What if he's jealous?
Mrs. Okerwin made it, I see.
The Macho Man Randy Savage and Eaton out on the concrete floor. Eaton taking the Macho Man into the ring. Eaton, a very respected wrestler, like him or not. He is a veteran, he's a technician, and he can come off the top rope like he was launched.
Oh, no. Come on, Macho, get your blood up, baby. This is for pride. This is for pride. You know, it's like 1776. Declare a revolution. This guy's from England. Wipe him out. Dump his tea in the harbor.
Well, I'll tell you something about Bobby Eaton.
Wait a minute. I'll tell you something about Bobby Eaton.
He's doing Ric Flair.
He's doing a Ric Flair impersonation.
Oh, that's not good to do in front of Savage. I wouldn't do that.
He's really rubbing it in now.
He's going for a figure four. He thinks he's Ric Flair.
Oh, he wants Savage to know about Mr. Flair. He wants to remind Savage. Look at that. A Horseman t-shirt.
Oh!
Oh.
You want to make him crazy? You're doing a great job, Eaton.
He just might chew through his own legs just to get to him now. Watch Savage come out of this.
Well, I think Eaton's gone too far. It's one thing for Flair to do it. He's a world champion. But for Eaton to come out here and get this man's blood stirred, don't make him a mad dog. Don't mess with a wounded animal. Don't put him in a corner because he'll come back and bite you.
You know what? Normally I would agree with you, but in the case of the Macho Man Randy Savage, I absolutely disagree with you. You make this guy crazy. You stand up and start strutting like Ric Flair. You show him a Four Horsemen t-shirt, all you're gonna do is bring the Macho Man back to life in a big way, and now the Macho Man, and that little doorstop with a wig.
What was he trying to do, shine his shoes?
Look at him go.
He better run. Savage is a man who's beside himself. Look at this.
There you go. Get your mind on your business, Savage.
So you wanted to make him crazy, huh, Eaton? You wanted to remind him of Ric Flair, did you?
And remind him of his ex-wife and all those presidents going down the drain.
Yeah.
And those credit cards that she's charging the max on. And Flair drinking the Dom Perignon, the caviar. We've been having a heck of a time. I was with him one night.
Yeah, maybe Eaton should have come to the ring with a picture of Savage's boat. At least the one he used to have.
Elbow, baby.
The big elbow.
One,
the Macho Man.
2, 3, yes, sir.
He got him. He got him.
But look at the eyes on this man. He don't know where he's at. He's not on Earth.
Well, that was the only chance that the Earl had, was to get his blood up, get him out of his game plan, and maybe sneak up while he wasn't paying attention.
The Macho Man Randy Savage having words with the referee. The Macho Man, no.
It's in the NBA.
Not a smart move.
He doesn't care anymore. He just doesn't care anymore.
Not a smart move. And we've got guys coming out trying to keep the Macho Man from getting himself in trouble. You can't toss a referee.
Something's got to be done.
Well, Hogan got suspended. He jumped over all of them.
Oh, and they all ducked out of the way. Doug Dillinger they're trying to hold the Macho Man down. Oh, they're good. Look, we've got cops outside of the ring.
Bad boys, bad boys. What you gonna do, huh, Savage? What are you gonna do when Flair lowers the boom on you?
Look, they are handcuffing him. And I gotta tell you, I know Randy Savage, they are doing this for his own good. He is out of control.
The man needs psychiatric help.
Well, they were doing it for the Earl Eaton's own good, I'm here to tell you.
Well, I bet you Savage hasn't had a night's sleep in 6 months.
Savage wants Flair so bad, Eaton made the mistake of coming out here and imitating the Nature Boy. He paid the price, but I'll tell you what, the Macho Man in trouble here.
I've never seen this. They're taking somebody out of the ring in handcuffs.
I've never seen that happen in all my years in this great sport. A man come into the ring and be handcuffed and led away for his own good, for his own safety, and I wouldn't be surprised if it was for our safety also.
Look at this, the Macho Man, and I gotta tell you what, he's friends with those guys. And we'll be back with more action right after this. Sting and Lex Luger to take on the Giant and Ric Flair. And I bet you Savage is out of here.
Wow! This WCW magazine is really cool.
In the May issue, find out the real deal between Liz and Randy.
Because that woman is vindictive.
And is there a plot to end Hulkamania?
Another win for Jimmy Hart's man.
Plus, an exclusive interview with Medusa.
Man, where do they get this stuff?
Get your copy now on newsstands everywhere.
WCW is brought to you tonight by The Great White Hype on May 3rd. Believe the Hype from 20th Century Fox. That sounds like a good one. I'm going to check that one out myself. And we are live coming to you, WCW Nitro, and they still have not taken their seats here tonight.
You know what it is? I think all their furniture's been repoed, and they're used to standing up.
This is incredible. I've never seen anything like this. They have been on their feet from the beginning of the broadcast.
Maybe there's no chairs here.
Nasty Boys took care
Maybe
of
the
that.
Public Enemy and the Nasty Dusty Boys used them all, yeah.
No place to sit.
Woo!
Yes, sir.
Miss Elizabeth.
Moneybags, as we call her.
And a woman making their way to the ring with the World Heavyweight Champion, Ric Flair, and without question, you know, everybody knows that around the world, this is where the big boys play, and that is the biggest
Look at that
boy
gargantuan.
of them all. 7'4", 450 pounds. He is the monster. Not a monster, the monster.
Flair's a big man, and the Giant just dwarfs him, folks.
Flair's 242 pounds.
Oh, look, there's your wife again.
Oh, no.
What's she doing?
Chugging the ice
Just
out.
get away from me. Look, not only is she married to me, my friend, but she's got way too much class for that bum.
I'll tell you one thing, McMichaels. You know, he sets his eyes on something. He sets his heart on something. You could be filing Chapter 11. You could be out without money, pal. He can do it.
Well.
He's just got that charm.
Sometimes your mouth moves and you just don't know what you're talking about, do you?
Who?
Same one that thinks he's a hoot owl.
The Nature Boy, Ric Flair, makes his way to the ring. We are ready to go, and literally this building is shaking. I can feel it up here at the broadcast table.
And that's not because of the weather.
Listen to this crowd. Lex Luger. And hey, did you see that elbow? That was a little close.
Yeah, I can't wait to see how this match transpires with Luger running around.
Just listen.
There's your lovely wife, Deborah. She's
A little taken aback by the Nature Boy Ric Flair there.
She ought to be. Look at her. She's a wrestling fan. She loves the action. And to be harassed by a bum like that, come on.
Maybe he just gave her a nice compliment. Who knows? Ask her.
Tag team titles on the line. The Stinger in there with Lex Luger, taking on the World Heavyweight Champion, the Nature Boy Ric Flair. And you talking about having an ace up your sleeve.
We got more championship belts in that ring right now than Tyson had before he went to jail.
And don't forget, Luger owns 2 of them. He's a television champion and 1/2 of the WCW Tag Team champions.
So tell me about this, Eric. What happens to these belts during this match?
It's real simple. Giant and Flair win the match. They become World Tag Team champions. Luger left with the television title. And the Nature Boy, Ric Flair, in there with the Stinger. This is a classic matchup. These two guys have been there before.
And they're pretty well even with each other on won and lost. It goes back and forth a long way with these two.
A lot of history in the ring, a lot of ability in the ring. A ring veteran in there with one of the most energized competitors in the sport today.
And don't forget, in the back of Sting's mind, he remembers that just a short time ago, he was supposed to be partners with the Giant. Then Jimmy Hart came off and made a little financial transaction there. And Sting's not going to forget this. I don't know much he can do about it.
Look at Sting, kipping up just as quick as Flair could take him down with a handful of hair.
Now, folks, if you think you've seen athletic ability like that in any other athletic event, you're crazy.
This guy is phenomenal indeed. Collar and elbow hookup now. The Nature Boy Ric Flair to a side headlock. Nature Boy Ric Flair coming up the rope. Shoulder tackle takedown. Ric Flair steps over Sting. Comes up, leapfrog, drops down again. The Nature Boy Ric Flair, excellent timing. A tremendous display of wrestling ability here in a full press body slam. And a jump side kick takes that Giant right out onto the ring floor. Yeah. This man has got a vertical jumping Sting that could land him a spot in the NBA or up into the cheap seat. And look at this. The Nature Boy gets tossed out like a loaf of bread.
And the Giant slings him back in the ring. Look at Flair. He don't know what to think.
Get out of that corner.
And now Lex Luger in there and Flair up high again. Flair goes for right again. Out to the Giant and he catches him.
and throws him back in the ring
I think
again.
Flair's had about enough of that.
I do too. This is like the Bloomington High School volleyball team.
Flair is hot. Flair is hot at the Giant.
Oh, look at it, look at him, look at him.
Whoa! Hey!
Oh, Rick, what are you doing?
Don't make it 3-on-1, Mr. Flair.
All right, we got to take a quick break.
No,
Whatever
no.
happens, we'll bring it back on tape, or we'll bring you the live action right after this.
No, don't go away. Wait a minute. I want to see what he's going
We
to do.
can't help it. We got to go.
Wait a minute.
We'll be back. We'll be back. Hang tight.
Don't go out there in that storm.
Oh, Flair. Where is Flair?
All right, we are back. And we are back with one heck of a matchup here. Lex Luger in there with the Nature Boy Ric Flair. Nature Boy Ric Flair and the Giant, his tag team partner, the ace in his sleeve, so to speak, his down card, call him whatever you want. Flair and the Giant just not hitting it off here too well.
But see, that's where a woman is so powerful and so strong. She convinced Ric Flair and the Giant, you got to get along out here, along with Elizabeth.
All right, now we've got a tag, so maybe they've, maybe it was just the emotion, maybe it was just the intensity that got to them each just for a few moments, but evidently the Giant and the Nature Boy Ric Flair have collected their respective thoughts.
Well, they have to realize the only way they're going to beat a team like Luger and Sting, they're going to have to work together. Flair's ability in that ring as a general, and this man's huge size and the strength of this man, that's the only way they're going to do it. They've got to work together.
The last time I saw somebody getting the boots put to him like that, his name was Rodney King, and he was just begging everybody, can we just get along?
And the Giant with a boot up across the top of the throat.
Whoa!
Oh!
You know, that's 450 pounds coming down along with Luger's 275 or 80, whatever he weighs, with a snap action there on the neck. Luger's hurt.
Luger's in a lot of pain, and the Nature Boy Ric Flair now taking advantage of all the power moves his tag team partner executed in that match just a few moments ago, and the Nature Boy Ric Flair chopping away now at Lex Luger. The Nature Boy setting Luger out onto the concrete floor.
Bad neighborhood. He's in.
Oh, no. Don't let these two Wildcats get in on the action again.
Well, he must have said something to insult them. Naturally, they wouldn't just attack a man.
Lex needs to pull himself together and get over there and tag Stinger in, get a fresh man out there.
I mean, look how instrumental woman has been with Elizabeth and everything they've done lately to secure victories for not only Ric Flair, but whoever they're associated with. Very important people. Should be treated with a little respect.
The Nature Boy Ric Flair now draws a bullseye right between the eyes of Lex Luger. And Luger in trouble here. We've got a cradle, we've got a count, and only two.
That just shows you the strength of Lex Luger. The man was out. He was cradled up, but he still kicked out. Unbelievable.
Tags the big man.
This Giant steps over the ring, the top rope, casually walks in there, grabs a hold of one of the most powerful men in this sport and throws him into the ring like he weighs 100 pounds. This is incredible.
And you see the velocity he took him across that ring with, and the force where he hit that turnbuckle. Look at that. Oh, is this man powerful.
Slinging him and abusing him like I used to do my little sister's Barbie dolls, baby.
You played with dolls? I don't want to get into that.
I tore them to pieces.
Lex Luger trying desperately to make a tag. The Nature Boy Ric Flair trying desperately to hammer away at those hamstrings and set him up for the figure four, and he does. Luger in a tremendous amount of pain. Knees, cartilage, ligaments, tendons.
Look at the muscles in the thighs of Lex Luger, though. How that man is put together.
He's going to have to drag himself to the ropes. He's got no ropes to grab on, or flip over and reverse that hold on him.
But Flair's a master of this hold. This hold has won him titles on numerous occasions. A lot of victories you can chalk up to that figure four.
The least desirable option is to contact your nearest orthopedic surgeon and schedule surgery, because if he doesn't get out of that figure four and Flair able to do what he wants to do, Lex Luger could be in serious trouble here. He is in the center of the ring. He's going nowhere.
And the longer he's in that hold, the worse it gets.
And look at this. Referee caught it. Flair denies it.
Flair likes to hold hands with women.
Just backstroke, 5 more feet, Lex, and tag Sting in this ring.
Come on, Luger. Oh, man.
That was close.
And again, Flair using the ropes. Luger trying to get to the corner. Sting trying to get to Luger. And the bond between these two, Sting and Luger, evident here.
This ain't basketball, folks. Our referees will fight back.
The bond between the referee and the Nature Boy, on the other hand, a little more tentative at this point.
That'll cost him some money there, those 2 shoves. You can bet on that. Luger's got to get back to that corner and get a fresh Sting in there. And what Flair has to do is keep Luger in their corner and let this big man maul him.
You're right there. They're mauling him like a rag doll. Just throwing him in. Look at the strength of this man. Look at this. My goodness.
Nothing. He picks him up.
He got a nosebleed. He was so high in the air here.
Holds him over his head and just drops him.
Oh. Like a doormat, just walking over him, wiping his shoes off on him. But come on, gentlemen, they're in great shape, Luger and Sting. Don't let him make a tag. Keep him in the corner.
And this building beginning to rock and roll again.
They're still standing.
I don't know what it's like outside, but there is a storm brewing inside. Look at it. Look at Luger go. Luger digging down deep. Luger with an Irish whip reverses. Luger runs in and eats an elbow. Lex Luger, it is a good thing he is, without question, one of the best conditioned athletes in this sport. Otherwise, any normal human being wouldn't be able to get up and continue, but Luger does. Luger.
Oh, you're right about that, Mr. Bischoff. Look, I might not agree with some of his tactics sometimes,
well, maybe you
but
don't
this man will take a beating and keep on ticking. Look at him.
Maybe we just don't understand Luger. You know, a lot of people criticizing Lex Luger, and I'm not so sure that it's justified. Tag is made, and Sting, not only a great judge of character, but a great wrestler, and showing it now. Sting believes in Luger, Sting believes in himself, and I know he believes in that double drop kick because he uses it very effectively. Irish whip it over onto the cameraman, and I'll tell you what, I hope they're getting hazard duty here tonight.
That's 2 of them that's bit the bullet, baby.
Well, this is Nitro, and anything can happen here, and it usually does.
Oh, this is going to be a big ride here if he gets this hold.
Oh, tremendous move by the Stinger.
And notice in the middle of Flair's back, there's a bump. That's a calcium deposit. His back is in trouble. Watch this.
Look at Luger going after the Giant.
Here we go. Stinger's putting a lock on him,
wait
baby.
Wait a minute. Woman sneaking up with another cup of coffee. And Luger ducked it. Luger ducked the coffee, and it hit Sting. Luger ducked it.
Well, she did that to him once. She wasn't going to get him again. But his partner was standing right behind him and took it right in the face.
Boy, Luger got out of the way of that one. He knew what was going to happen. Bischoff, you can't be that stupid, or you could be called for jury duty. Luger knew what he was going to do. He can see his way around that ring. He got out of the way so he wouldn't get it twice. He could care less if Sting got it in the face or not. Sting's lucky to be there.
This one out of control. Look at Flair covering Sting after he's been chokeslammed. This one, referee is throwing it out.
Oh, yeah, she brought the coffee in the ring. That's a DQ, baby.
Now, wait a minute, Eaton. You were suggesting that Luger set Sting up?
Well, he knew what he was doing.
Get out of here.
You've never been in the ring. I've been in the ring, and I know when you get a tag partner, you know where he is at all times. He got out of the way of that hot coffee. He let Luger take it, Sting take it right in the mush. He knew exactly what he was doing. And if you think I'm wrong, you're wrong.
You've been in the ring before. All you ever done has been rolled up like bread dough, baby. What would you know?
I know a lot of things. I manage some of the greatest people in this sport. And I know when you're in the ring, you know where your partner is. That's simple.
Well, I'll tell you what. I know the Nature Boy, Ric Flair, is a certifiable lunatic. He in there covering an unconscious Sting, chokeslam right in the coffee.
Because of Ric Flair, they took these handcuffs and they put these handcuffs.
There's a friend of yours over there.
They put these handcuffs on Randy Savage like this. No, don't do that.
Like this.
They put them on like that.
Like that.
Don't do that.
Yes.
Don't do that.
Yes,
sir.
Yes.
Wait a minute. Get these things off me.
That's right.
I
That's
don't
how
want
we
these
treat
things on me.
scalawags
Hey,
in
get these
Texas
things
right
off
there,
me.
baby.
Has anybody got a key?
Sit down,
I want
Eaton.
these
Keep your
hands
hands to
off.
yourself.
Go away.
This
You
one.
go away.
Throwing out this reminder, WCW Saturday night, this Saturday night, 6:05 Eastern. You're going to see Colonel Parker in Medusa. Return match. You have got all kinds of action coming your way. Don't miss it. We'll see you next week right here on Without Question.
Ain't nobody got the key
hottest
either,
show
baby.
each and every Monday night. Thanks for joining us. See you, Bobby.